All right, guys, welcome to the week 2 lecture. This is the first week that we're really going to get going on this thing. I really appreciate your participation during the week 1 forums. It means a lot to me. Makes the class much more enjoyable when you guys participate and do a good job. So what we're going to talk about today is for the lecture is something called levels of coaching. And you'll learn from the forum that I want to ask you guys to kind of weigh in on youth sports and kind of where we're going with this thing. And so what I'm going to do with this lecture, it's going to be real short, is I want to go real quickly through the levels of coaching. And what I want you to really pay attention to is more the purpose. Okay, what the purpose of each of these are. So we're going to look at youth or recreational league. We're going to look at travel. We're going to look at high school, college, and professional sports. And again, this is posted on EagleWeb, and I'll show you where that is. But we're going to start with youth sports. And here's the thing that you need to understand for youth sports is this part right down here. The purpose of youth sports, number one, is for kids to have fun. And then as a secondary to that, yes, they develop some physical skills. It can be a little bit of fitness, and they learn to get along and build social skills. But the number one point of youth sports should be that they have so much fun that they want to continue to play it. Okay? And it's some of the potential problems you're going to see in this, and you all will weigh in on this, I'm sure, is one, the coaches have an ego and they want to win more than they want the kids to enjoy it. And the parents do the same thing. Okay? And I'll be honest with you, perfectly honest, as a parent, guys, I'm guilty of this. Okay? I'm guilty sitting right here of doing this today. Okay? So, I want you to learn this better than sometimes I act it out. For the serious travel ball, kind of what the point of this is to develop a better skill with a sport and to start to showcase skills at a bigger level. I'm sure a lot of you have done travel ball type of stuff, but some of the issues you will see again is the coaches and parents' desire to win makes players hate it, burns them out. It can be extremely expensive. And then it can be sometimes unethical when you start getting money mixed in with all this. At the middle school, high school level, the point of it is a couple of things. One, it should still be fun. Kids should still, at this point, want to continue to play the sport because they like it. It should start to build a higher level of skill. They should start to appreciate teamwork and representing their community and their school. And you know what? They should learn to win. And there's obviously some issues here. This is the level I see most of you coaching. So this is the one I'm going to stop for a second and explain to you. One is the coach's objectives not matching the level of competition. And what I mean is this. This cuts both ways. Either you have a coach that is coaching players who aren't skilled enough to win, but the coach has unreasonable standards to the point to where it ruins the team, ruins the players. It also cuts the other way is when a coach that has no skill or ability to coach is put in charge of coaching a team where the kids care more about winning than the coach. That's also an issue. Parents' objective cuts both ways. Parents being overbearing on kids to the point that they want to quit, and parents not caring enough about their child to get them to practice to where they can be successful. So this goes both ways. And then there's just a lot of day-to-day challenges of coaching at this level, guys. Budgeting, parent relationships, a lot of things. At the collegiate level, it still should be fun, but you know what? It's about skill and it's about winning. Okay, at this level, the issues you see are, again, believe it or not, coaches who really shouldn't be coaching at the college level, where the kids care more than the coaches. Maybe it's the institution not having enough commitment to the sport to match the level of people they're bringing in. Sometimes it's players who can't understand their play in college sports and still think they're in high school. And again, you have the day-to-day challenges of budgeting and practice planning, and we'll get into that as we go on into this thing. And then the professional sport. This is a business, guys. The idea is to make money and win. Okay. What you see here is a lot of the same kind of issues where it's not the right fit for certain coaches or certain players within each organization. Sometimes the franchise is not putting together enough money for the league to be, or the team to be competitive, and there's still those day-to-day challenges. So what I would encourage you guys to do is to read through this and make sure that you understand all I've put in, kind of how each of these levels is organized, and it's something important for you to understand, so you can read through this. I don't want to make this real long. The last thing I'm going to talk about is just make sure you understand that you have your first assignment due on Sunday. And the purpose of it is to help you understand how high school sports are structured in Georgia. So you're going to develop a PowerPoint, 2 parts. First part, everybody does. You basically give an overview of the GHSA and GISA. How are the schools organized? How do they determine what schools are placed in which structure? And how often does the organizational structure change? And then you're going to pick one sport that you like. You're going to explain the playoff structure for it, how many teams and or individuals make the playoffs, what's the structure look like, and then just make sure it's detailed. And you can see how you're graded. You're graded by it being correct and on time, that it's organized well, and that it looks good. And what I want you to do for that thing, guys, is I want you to submit that to me by email by midnight on Sunday. If you have issues, reach out to me on Remind or an email. Hope you're doing well. Look forward to seeing what you have to say about this post. Take care.